Hello! Back again we are. How you lot doing? I hope you're alright. Now I'm filming this quite reasonably late on a Friday evening. I got the old tumble dryer in the background. I was doing a few household errands, as some people call them. And I thought to myself, you know what, while I'm waiting for the old tumble dryer to finish, so I only ever put towels in the tumble dryer, don't put any clothes in it, that's a waste. Anyway, enough of that. While I'm waiting for that to finish, I thought I'd have a look at an engine and try and put it in that rush. Now what happened was, I had a couple of T15s, didn't I? Some of you may remember. I got the older one, and the other one Mr. Mark sent to me, and it was, I've got it going, I've put it all, I ain't filmed much of it. I don't want to film everything because it might get boring for you lot, keep seeing the same thing over and over again, so I just play around. Anyway, I got that going, it's alright, runs pretty well. But then Mr. Roy decided that he had another one, well he had one, that he wanted to send to me in order to put in the rush as well. So I've got a plan, right, but I'm not gonna unveil it just yet because I want it to be a proper series, but I'm just trying to get a few things together, and also I want to try and make it so I've got enough time to film a few episodes so I can roll them out. Anyway, enough of that. So I've got 3 engines at the moment. One is rubbish, one I got from Mark is good, runs. All I've got to do is get another pole start to put on it, and I want to get another clutch as well to put on that. But the one that Roy has sent me is apparently, it's got a pull start bearing on it, so I can just nick the pull start from the other one. You know, the one-way bearing. And apparently it's all good and it runs. So he says I won't have to do nothing to it. So if that is the case, I'm going to put that on the rush today in this video. So I didn't know what it was, so I've actually opened it a little bit. It was from Roy. Now he's got a channel called Fix It Roy. Now I have had a look on that channel and it's pretty good. He ain't got a lot on there, but it's a good channel. I think he's going to start building it up. He's bought himself a new camera and all that. Good old bloke. Had a chat to him on the telefication unit, and nice old chap. So I'm going to put a link to his channel in the bottom of this in the description thing of this video, and also because I think I forgot last time, but I put a link to Mark's channel and all, if he's got one. I think he has. I can't remember who the bloody hell's got what now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll put it on there anyway, because I appreciate all your kindnesses, and anyone else who is gonna send me some things, I really appreciate it. I'll obviously do you a massive shout out, not that I'm a big channel, but I'll shout you out, and I'll put links in the descriptions and all that stuff as well. And I think Jenna, you were going to send me some stuff, but I couldn't get hold of you. You ain't got your private messages on, so I can't send you a message, and you ain't even got any videos, so I can't comment on a video. What's going on? Get hold of me. Anyway, enough of that. Look, he sent this to me, this engine. I was like, when I opened it, because it just come in a package, and I was like, well, I'm not expecting any packages. Anyway, I opened it up and I was like, I've got a shaver. What have I got a shaver for? Why have I got hair cutters? I don't want to cut any hair. Then I was like, I know what that is, because there's a little note attached to it. Right, anyway, let's have a look at it. I'll put it over him and have a look. It's like when Mark sent me that other engine, he put it in a light box. I think I explained it to you like before, didn't I? I'm thinking, why have I got a light? I didn't buy a light. Cracks me up. Anyway, I can't thank anyone enough who's kind enough to send me some things for free. All I have to do is pay postage, but it's unbelievable, you know. I'm always giving stuff to people and giving my time away and helping people and giving things away, but it's rare that I get anything back. So it's nice that people are actually, you know, willing to do this for me. I really, really appreciate it all. Just can't say enough. It's amazing. You know, just being subscribed to me and watching these videos is enough for me, but sending me these things, it's I can't put it into words. You know, tugs on my little heartstrings every time someone says, I'll send you this, you know, it'll help you out. But like I said, a few of you said you're going to send me things, but I can't message you. You need to put your personal messages on. If you ask me to PM you, to give you my details, you need to have your PMs on. You haven't got your inbox, you haven't got private messages on, so I can't message you. That goes for everyone who said they'll send me things. Because I go straight away to try and message you, and I can't. So you need to message me, or go to Instagram. Right, look at this. Look at what we got. Look what we got, my friends. We got a lovely engine. It's got no glow plug in it, but don't worry about that. I've already got one. Got the manifold on there. Both bolts are in, as he said. Got a one-way bearing. Missing 2 of the bolts on the back of there though. Roy, what is the deal? Why does everyone miss bolts? Why is everybody missing bolts on their engines? I don't see why everyone seems to be missing bolts on their engines. But it turns over anyway. So we're all good. Carburetor is all good. That moves. So he says to me, oh Roy does, he says that engine has a perfect tune on it. He says to me, he says, don't change the carburetor. So I says, alright, I won't change the carburetor, I'll just put the engine on as it is. Nothing will be changed. Because I think I changed the carburetor around on the other one, didn't I? What is the crack with that? Why have we got a massive horn on there? That's the wrong one there, dude. It should be that one. So I'm gonna have to change that, because that won't work with my servo setup. So I'm gonna have to change that there, old boy, if you're watching this. So I'm gonna have to change that. I don't know why you put that on there for. Funny old bloke you are, aren't you? It's got to be that one. That's the one it's got to be. So I'll put that on it. I'll have to change that over. But it's alright, I've got 2 of them. Well, I've got 3 of them. Anyway, right. Let's go. Yeah, let's change all that over. And then we'll put it in the car. I've got to put the manifold on. I've got to put the... Oh no, I haven't. The manifold's already on it. Oh, I'm getting mixed up. Manifold's already on it. All I've got to do is put the exhaust on. Yeah, change the throttle thing. Put the clutch on. Yeah, I've got to nip the clutch off this one, haven't I? I'll nip the clutch off this. Put that on there, and Bob's your uncle. Sweet. Let's have a look. Let's get going, shall we? Okay then. Let's have a look to see what we got here. I've gone and put on the clutch. Now the bell is a little bit loose because the bearing is absolutely disintegrated. There's nothing on there at all. It's dead. So I've oiled it just for fun. Now, for some reason, God knows why, the wrong one-way bearing was on it. Don't know what the hell Roy was doing with it, but it was the wrong one. Too small. Don't fit on the pole start. Too small. So we have my original one here, the original one, the big one that fits on there, lovely jubbly. It goes in there like that, lovely. So all we've got to do now, stick that on. Oh, that way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is that way. Yeah, it is that way. And then I've got to try and get that on there like that. I might have to take the manifold off because I can't get that on there. It's too bit tight, a little bit tight it is, bit tight. So, let's go. Okay, folks. Let's open it up and have a look. Here we have a Nitro car. In particular, it's a Nitro Rush Evo. Oh no, I'd forgotten about that. I'm going to have to cut the cable tie. I'll do that in a minute. So, oh, no fuel in it, that's a good sign. I thought it was going to have a bit of fuel in it, and it was going to be all gellified. So let's stick that in there. Oh, look at that. That is the most wonderful thing I think I've ever seen. That is strange, isn't it? Very strange. Anyway, let's put these in. Do up the screws, as these engines are only held in by screws and not any type of bolt. Strange thing is, there's no movement. I've always thought that weird. It's only got the 2 holes, the actual holes. There's no like, because where you mount a lot of engines, you know, Savage and other ones around probably, there's like elongated holes, so you can move the engine backwards and forwards, left and right, in order to line it up with your spur gear and anything else you may be wanting to line up. But with this little guy, there isn't. So I always thought that was weird right from day one when I bought this. I thought, that's a bit odd, isn't it? That's a bit odd. I don't have elongated holes, but there we go. So what I've got to do now is screw these down, cut the cable. Oh. Well, Mr. Roy, you seem to have stripped out it might be right. I thought you'd stripped out the engine mounting bolt holes for a minute then, but it might be right. It went tight. Hopefully this is a good engine, because that means I'll have the good one that Mr. Mark sent me, and I can decide what one I want to keep in this rush, my original one that I bought brand spanking new when I was a kiddie winkle, and what one I want to put in my project that I'm not going to unveil yet. Oh, what have you bloody gone and done now, you fool? Roy, you must have had this engine in something different, mate, because you've changed everything. You've changed everything there, dear lad. Dear lad, now I've got to get a spanner there, dear lad. I wonder what size spanner it is. You've moved the jet. The high-speed needle is the wrong way around. I don't want it that way. It does not fit. Bloody hell, and it's not a size 8. It must be a 7. Ah, here we go. That's a bit of a 7. Why is it like that? I hope it ain't. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the bloody arse, that is, isn't it? I think it's time for a biscuit. Righto, you lot. Righto. Rightio. Packet of bourbons later. Now I've had a few biscuits. Went outside and watched the rain fall. No, it's not raining yet. It will rain in a minute though. Right, so I fixed the jet. I fixed the needle. I don't like playing with them. The reason why well, it may well still be a problem, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know what yet, but I don't like playing with them because usually when you unscrew them or you loosen them and you move, because the bit where you actually put the hose on, it moves, right? Because when you unscrew the jet, the needle, but they always leak afterwards. In my experience, they always leak afterwards, and then once you've disturbed it, it's always a problem afterwards. Always a problem. It'll be alright for a few weeks, and then it'll leak, and then you'll fix it. It'll be alright, then it'll leak. Always a problem. But anyway, so I have moved it, but I was reluctant to have to because I didn't want it to leak. But it may well be alright. But it's always the trouble you get in any mechanics or anything. If something is like that seals, if it's not leaking and then you disturb it, chances are it's gonna leak afterwards. It's the way it goes with any types of mechanics. There'll be mechanics out there that disagree, but it's the way it goes. You might have, for example, a water pump that weren't leaking, but it was on its way out. It was making funny noises on a real car, on a real engine, big one. So you go and change it. Hang on, I'm just going to get a pair of side cutters. So you change that water pump, yeah, for a new one, and you put sealer on it, you seal it up nicely, and you do all the good job, and it might leak for ages, it might keep on leaking, you reseal it, and it will, oh bloody hell, I did the wrong side. What gay. What a bloody gay. I'm talking to you, that is, that's why. I'm not concentrating. Anyway, and it will keep leaking, but it weren't leaking before because it was happy. It's the way it goes, you know. Carburetors, you know, you might have a carburetor that ain't leaking, but it's got stuff stuck in it, so you got to take it apart to clean it out. But then after you've cleaned it, even if you replace the O-rings and the gaskets and all that rubbish, you'll find it probably will leak afterwards. And it'll keep on leaking for ages and forever, and then you'll be like, you'll always be going, Why is this leaking? I've replaced all the seals and O-rings and gaskets and all that, and I've done it all properly, but it's still leaking. It's just the way it goes. If you disturb something that weren't leaking before, it will always leak after. Anyway. Oh. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get this exhaust on, and then we can get ready to rumble, my friends. Get ready to, oh, for the love of bloody bacon. This is me now installing a glow plug. What a lovely sight. There we go. I stole the glow plug out of the other engine. Lovely. Right, so we're all ready to fire up now. Oh, for the love of... What? Can you believe it? Can you bloody believe it? Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell, I say. I wonder if I loosen it off, it might... If I slacken the old bolts off, it might spring back to life there, son. Oh, it's springing. Hey, there we go there. I'm not very happy, but it's for the love of... I don't think the gods of RC cars want this to work anymore. I think this car was supposed to be dead a long time ago when the engine blew up, the original engine, and it's not. And the gods of Nitro aren't very happy that I'm trying to resurrect it. Never mind. Right, let's get some fuel. For those of you interested, this is what I've been running for a while. I ran some helicopter fuel for a while. Can't get this fuel from my local shop, Active Scale Models. They won't sell it. All they sell is this rubbish. So it's what I've been forced to run on for a while, because I'm trying to be stubborn, and I'm trying to just go to physical shops, especially my local one, to support it, right? But they don't sell what I want, so I'm being forced to go on the internet and buy from shops that ain't local and get it delivered, which I don't like doing and I don't want to do, but I've got to, because the shop that is local to me don't have what I want. So this is what I've been running. The helicopter fuel is on order, and that's bloody good, but I'll go into that another day. People are going to probably argue with me, you shouldn't run helicopter fuel in cars. Well, you can, and I'll explain it all, and anyone that says you can't, go away. This is what I've been running. Very good fuel. I'm running on 16% because I feel like it, and it's good because it's got a little bit extra oil in it. I'll explain all about the fuel another day. So for now, let's get some fuel. Don't really want that much. This race fuel is pretty good, actually. Optimax Super Light Viscosity Race Fuel. Yeah, you know what? It's pretty good. I've been running it on. Oh bloody hell! Got a full tank. Look. I've been running it on everything. I've been running it in the Savage. Well, I've been running the helicopter fuel 30%. 30% in the Savage, and that's good. But I tried this in the Savage as well, and it's bloody good. It works. Lovely. And it loves it. Only trouble is it don't taste very nice. Woo! Alright, I've got to find her. Let me find a block. Right, let's right. just for you lot, I'm turning the tumble dryer off for a minute so you can hear the pure sound of the T15 engine when it fires up. Because it will fire up, because this is supposed to be a good running engine from Mr. Roy, and I trust Mr. Roy. He looks like a trustworthy person. So, not that Mark wasn't, but well, Mark's engine's running fine. It just needed a little bit of work. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, whatever. You're all nice people. So that's on the tick over setting. We've primed it. We've got a lovely purple glow star. Just jam that in there. Lovely. Let it get a bit of heat. Let it get a bit of heat in it there, boy. And then away we go. And this is, oh, for the love of... Well, we don't seem to have any fire. Alright, let's have a look. Let's check to make sure we got heat, make sure we got power in our glow star. I think we have, because I started a car with it yesterday. Holy cows, that's alive. That's alive there, dear boy. You need to be careful, it might burn your fingers. So, it should be a good engine then. Unless the glow plug what I put in it don't work. Ain't gonna need the heater, is it? Bloody hell. Oh my good God. If this needs the heater to start, then I'm a bit gobsmackered. Hopefully, my battery that I use to power this heater is alive. 83%, we're alive. That'll do the trick. I said that'll do the trick there, boy. Right, heat up. There you go, we're on. We're heating. God, bloody hell. Well, we know we got... The only thing I can think of, if it don't work now, is the glow plug what's in it. That I put in it from the other engine don't work. But it should work, because it started up the other two engines. So it should work. I don't think this glow plug is the right one. So I can't put this one in it. This is just my test one. Many moons ago, I just went into my local shop, which is now closed. The only local one now is Active Scale. But there was 3. In fact, there was 4 at one point. But one was just a big fat bloke that I think he won the lottery or something happened to him. So he decided to open up a shop, and it was a load of crap. He knew nothing, and he was a scammer. That's what he was. We bought a little motorbike off of him. He done RC and little motorbikes and scooters and things. And they built it back where they didn't tighten up any of the bolts or do nothing. Anyway, I went to the local shop and just bought a random glow plug off the shelf for my tester. And it stays in the toolbox, and it's just for testing. To make sure I've got battery power. That's all it's for. So I don't think it's the right one to go in here. It's probably a Traxxas one or something. So we're heating up. God knows. It's hot. It's definitely hot. Ooh, yeah, boy. So let's open up the little flap and penetrate and see what happens. While I'm here, I wonder if that works. No, the primer don't work. So hopefully now we'll get some goage. I can't see where the carb is. No go, boy, no go. Turn off that heater. It's definitely hot now. I can't complain it was too cold. Holy cow! I forget how hot that heater gets, but it gets bloody hot, let me tell you that. Let's take out this glow plug and see if it's working. It'd be a shame if it weren't, wouldn't it? That, my friends, would be what they call in the industry a shame. Oh, there's the O-ring, that's a load of rubbish. So. Oh yeah, that's firing. Look at that. Woo boy, that's alive, there's some. Oh, what am I doing putting that on the end? Bloody hell. It's like I'm possessed by the ghost of chickens. Right, put that in there. Go down there, son. But make sure you're going down the right hole. Alright. Do that. Beep, beep. Make sure that's tight. And pop, pop, pop. Oh. Yes, well, with any luck, for the love. Right. Yeah. The only thing I can think of is it might need adjusting, but he reckons it's got a perfect tune on it. He said don't change the tune, it's got a perfect tune, which means it should start straight up, eh? I'm not even getting any smoke or anything, man. I think it's leaking. I think it's leaking around. It's leaking from somewhere. Well, fuel is getting in. The fuel is getting through because the plug is all wet. See? So the fuel is getting through. So I don't really know what the bloody hell is happening here, like. Well, I do know what's happening, and I can tell you exactly what is happening if you would like me to. What is happening is the engine isn't starting. That's what's happening. So, can you hear it leaking somewhere? You see, the trouble is, there's always a reason why people take engines out of buggies, trucks, whatever you want to call them. Usually because they've got trouble. I can't see any fuel coming out from around where the heatsink bolts on, but it's definitely some compression leak somewhere. You can hear it, listen. Oh wait. Oh yeah, it's coming out of here. Yep. Yeah. It's coming out from where the heatsink attaches to the block. So that ain't gonna work then, is it? So that's the end of that. Well, it ain't the end of that, obviously. With any luck, with every engine I've got so far, the bolts, the Allen bolts on the top of the heatsink, I've been rounded off. So I haven't been able to undo them. On the other engine, I had to drill them out, drill the head bolts completely off, and then take the heatsink off. That's what I had to do on the other one, and the one before that. And then replace the bolts. You never find an engine that has... Oh, they're loose. They're bloody loose. God. Why would someone... Roy, my friend, answer me in the comments. Why would you have left the bolts loose for, mate? That one ain't even got one in it, is it? Oh, it has. Still leaking. Still leaking. Right, I'm going to have to take it off then and reseal it. But I wonder why. Roy, answer me in the comments, mate. What's the matter? Why did you leave the bolts loose? At least these ones ain't rounded off anyway. Right, let me get that done so I don't bore you all. Right. Alright, so we've only got... Hey, got a small one. Oh, there you go. 4 bolts. 4 bolts. 1 heatsink. Needs to be resealed. Then we've got what you call a button. This is a button. The glow plug is still in it. I should have taken the glow plug out really before I undid it all, but I didn't, so there you go. We're going to take a look at the piston actually now, can't we? Piston looks good. Bit of corrosion in there, not that you lot can see it, but bit of corrosion on top, but I ain't worried about that. I don't care about corrosion. I'm not the sort of person who really worries about that sort of stuff. I did have some paper towel somewhere, but I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, it's here. So let's clean this up. Seal up this button. You can get different types of button. Well, it's probably not officially called a button, it might be, but I've always called it a button. That's what I was taught to call it many moons ago. And you can get different ones to adjust your compression and all that kind of stuff. So shouldn't really be leaking, but it was for some reason. It's not that bad, I don't think, is it? Oh well, I've cleaned it. Yeah, it leaks around the edge. You shouldn't be doing that really. Going to wire brush. Righto, my friendly bunch of enthusiasts. Can you see on there the little dimples around the edge of the inside of the button? Can you see those? There's loads of them right by my finger there. those are actually holes. I don't think they're going to affect the way it seals, but I noticed it after I'd cleaned it. It would appear there's been something rattling around, probably been sucked in by a bad air filter, perhaps dirt been sucked in. There's no damage to the top of the piston, although, oh no, that was a hair. The piston has got little dimples in it, but nothing major. I don't think these are particularly major, but I thought there'd be a point of interest for you lot to see. Now, if you have a bad air filter and it sucks in dirt, that's the type of thing that you can expect to see. I wonder how close we can get before it will go out of focus. Them little dimples all around the edge. Hopefully you can see what I mean. There are holes where bits of dirt have gone in there and damaged it, got crushed between that and the piston, and it may be detonation, but you know, I don't think it is. I would like to say that that's caused by debris and dirt and bits of grit that have got in there and damaged that, unless someone has had this apart in the past and has damaged it themselves. But you never know, do you? But I would say that's caused by dirt getting in there. But anyway, I thought that'd be a point of interest for you lot. It's always fascinating taking an engine apart and seeing what's inside. There's a little bit of play in that moves from side to side. This button shouldn't just slot in. You should need to push it in with a little bit of pressure. And when you pull it out, you should have to pull it quite hard, then it'll pop out, because that's the seal that it's creating around the inside of the sleeve, because it's a piston and sleeve in that engine, or Nitro engines. So it's a bit too loose in there. It just goes in and out. But that's why if I hold it down and pull on the thing, it leaks around the edge, but not a massively amount, especially now I've cleaned it. It's not a massive amount of leakage. So we should be alright. At least we'll be better than we were a minute ago. I'm just cleaning off the bottom of this heatsink. I'll make sure that gets a good what's it? Seal. So we stick a bolt in there. Why am I? Luckily I can see it. I wonder why I was missing a bolt then. Anyway, so I'll zoom you lot in again so you can't see nothing because it'll all go out of focus. Should put a little bit of thread lock on these really, but since when am I the sort of person to do things properly? Then again, you'll get people going, no, you don't put a thread lock on there. No, no, no. You can put the thread lock on whatever you want to put the thread lock on. So anyway, do them all up and away you go. Oof. Always remember, you lot, do them up in a cross pattern. So you would pick one, for example that one, and you do it up a bit, go to the next one opposite, a bit, go to the next one over there, a bit, that one a bit, and you gradually keep doing it up a bit. Don't just grunch one down and then go and grunch the next one down, because it will come down uneven and then it won't seal. You do that with anything, man. It's good practice. Well, it ain't good practice, it's the way you do it, and if you don't do it right, then you're just stupid. Right, so it is still leaking, but I'm going to try and start it up anyway. Oh, it's pissing out. is pissing out of there. Absolutely pissing out of there. Watch this. Can you see? Is it coming up on the camera? It's all splattering, all spitting out and splattering all around here, because it's coming out of there where that button's no good. That button is loose. It ain't no good. So I ain't got any more buttons. Alright, you lot. Well, that was a bit of well, disappointment, to tell you the truth. It ain't your fault, Roy. It's just the way it goes. So, I've run out of time for it. Well, I've run out of time. I have run out of time, really. It's a bit late. I've got many more things I need to be doing. I was hoping this was just going to be a case of bolting the engine in and starting it up and away we go. But it hasn't been like that. So that's why I didn't really encounter for having a lot of time. I only had a couple of hours, and I've been out here, oh my good God, nearly 10 o'clock now. Yeah. I've been out here for about 3 hours now, probably around about that sort of time. So what I'm going to have to do, it's a shame because that other engine runs quite well, that one Mark gave me. I was going to take the button out of that one and put it on this one, but there's no point because that's another run. That's a good running engine, and I'm pretty sure the button is the problem because that ain't got a seal around it. That's why it's leaking. That creates the seal. Could take the button out the other engine with the rust in it. I think that's what I'll do. I won't do it at the moment. I'll do that in another video. So again, the Rush project will have another episode. Yeah, I hope you're looking forward to it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, please think about it. I would really like you aboard. There will be another giveaway. There will be another giveaway coming up relatively soon. I'm doing a giveaway on the other channel, on my, what I call the main channel. I'm doing a giveaway on that at the moment, so I don't want to do one on either channel because I'll just get mixed up and a little, you know, I want to do it bit by bit. So yeah, there will be a giveaway coming up. I'm trying to be in talks with an RC shop. I want to try and get some really good stuff. What I want to try and do is I want to try and get a good car, because I gave away a Mardave, didn't I? But they weren't particularly expensive. I could afford to do that, just about. But what I really want to give away is a proper RC car, like an actual one, you know, like. But they're about 600-700 quid, aren't they? 400, 500, 600 quid. So I can't afford to buy one. But I want to try and be in talks with an RC shop, and hopefully get a bit of a sponsor, and I could hopefully get some stuff to give away to some of you lot. But at the minute it ain't going to happen because I'm too small. Really, you need to be a big channel and be an influence in order for them to put their time and give you something. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to do. So hopefully there'll be some good rewards in it for you lot. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one, dudes. Take care and just be happy.